Hey, welcome to the game. Checking out everything else, making sure everything's good to go. And here we go. All right, so, well, that didn't do it. Here we go. And there we go. Welcome to the Great American Experience. I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm, like the story says, I'm just a guy in the background pushing buttons. So, welcome to the Great American Experience. Exactly. So, hey, Don Bear, what's happening, brother? Hey, Miriam's here. Yay. And I figured I'd just go ahead and start it up. Man, I wanted to talk about this debate. I know I was watching Tanya too, off and on. Yeah, it didn't, she just cut off. I was like, what in the world? So here we go. Let me get the link out there. Looks like everything is working. Do. Checking out everything else. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Yeah, that one. Let's make sure the links are propagating. There you go. Man, got a bunch of shit done today. It was beautiful. 82 degrees, gorgeous, wisp of clouds in the sky. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it's not going to continue. Tomorrow is supposed to be a high of 62, 20 degrees cooler. Yeah, come on, Miriam. Come on up. I don't bite unless you want me to. So, come on, you're amongst friends. Come on. Hit that link, Miriam. You know you want to. So. Right. Uh, uh sure. Yeah, I was gonna tear at you. You'd be like, man, I could go on. No, I don't want to go. Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I should have gone on. No. Come on. And snowdrifts. Holy shit. Yuck. It was 82 degrees today. It was beautiful. Oh, it was gorgeous. And I got a lot of stuff done, so I'm glad. Just the three of us. You can do it if you try. But yeah. All right. So this debate tonight. Oh man, Trump just annihilated him. Made him look bad. I love how he just, oh no, we're not gonna shut everything down. Just the restaurants and gyms and bars. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Oh my God. I was just going through some of this stuff, man. It's like crazy. Come on, guys. Aw, Bear, come on up. You can do it. There we go. Rock on, man. Thanks. Yeah. Until everybody gets the idea and hey, the game's on, man. You know.
Oh, it's cold when I kick on my furnace.
Yeah. When your pipe's gonna freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling. I was just telling Randy earlier at dinner. It's like, yeah, Bear up north there. He don't even turn on the furnace till the pipes are gonna freeze.
Yeah, it's a little cold. Hey, check this out, guys. Ah! This is my latest batch of smutter.
Oh my Lord! A CBG butter.
Yeah, it's a 9 by 13 by whatever 3-inch pan.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow!
When I filter it right, it's only had one filtering.
Okay.
I do it a total of 3 times. The first filter, it won't even go half a coffee filter before it plugs up.
Oh wow!
Okay, because it's catching all the debris and stuff. So what you do, keep the stuff hot. You run through until it starts to clog up, and then you pour it back into the hot, and pull that filter and throw it away, or throw it. I actually throw it off to the side, and I butter my quesadillas with it. But then you go to the next one. Well, I went through 20 filters. So this time it'll go through better. This time when I heat it up, it should basically pretty much pour through. It will get some debris in it, but it won't be as much. Then the third one, you double up the coffee filter so that you got 2 coffee filters, and it takes out all the impurities, any waters and everything else, and it won't rot. I mean, I can make this stuff last for 6 months without rotting.
Wow. By getting the debris out of it, yeah?
Yeah, by making it clean.
CNN says Biden knocked it out of the park. Not. Biden was a stumbling idiot up there. He really, there were times where he actually sounded coherent, but I swear there was several times he was just, or he just didn't say anything at all. Did you notice that?
I'll tell you, Trump didn't win tonight. He really didn't. I watched the debates too. Trump didn't win. You know who won?
Huh?
The American people won. That's who won.
The people. You're right.
It wasn't Trump that won. It was the American people. Yeah, that's not near as tasty as my my smile Getty I made, because anyway, the stuff that doesn't get sifted and all that, and when you get down by the end, well, I don't want that in my finer stuff because this is going to be for my baking, right?
Yeah.
Well, I poured the other in with my noodles, so when I made my noodles, it buttered my noodles for me. Then also put it in my spaghetti sauce. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I bet. And yeah, I can just hear Aaron, Bear, we got to go to the store and get some food that doesn't have weed in
it. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Damn it, I'm down to, and I hate to even admit it, I'm down to a damn roll your own fucking foil pipe.
Really?
Yeah,
How are the
I'm
apples, huh?
yeah, my apple. I mean, I got one here,
But you eat
but
it?
it's 4 days old and it kind of spooky. It's getting a little soft there. I smoked a lot through it.
Right. No, you turn it 90 degrees, you make a new hole.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then you gotta and then you just attach it to the other hole, and that way you got a pull choke.
Double carburetor. I already got a carburetor, but
Yeah,
no,
double.
it's a little soft.
Right.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Look at you, all CBG'd out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a blessing. I mean, I'm working with acres of it now, so
Canoes, what's up, brother? Get your goat kicking ass up here.
I mean, that's a CBG, bud. I,
Right.
I don't know if you can see the whatchamacalls it on it, the crystals or anything on it, but if you had smell of it, it actually smells pretty good too.
That's a big ass bud.
Yeah, well, I mean, I go pick any of them I want, you know.
Right. Cow.
And when I get tired of that, or when that one runs low, I reach over here, and I grab either this one
Oh shit.
or this one. Yep.
Well, that's no fair.
Why?
Canoe says I'm exhausted, crawling into bed with Miriam. Oh,
Well,
no fair.
I bet she would exhaust you.
Yeah. I bet she'd wear his ass out.
Got that right. You damn kill me.
Yeah, right. Oh, good Lord. Tiger lady. Where's Aaron? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stock up. I gotta go back to the store and stock up on some stuff. I'm out of hot chocolate.
The only reason you go to the store is to stock up on damn pies.
Pies and hot chocolate now. I got get this. I got the first of my pecan pies. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a 50-pound bag of rice and a 50-pound bag of beans.
Yeah, it's a good purchase. I've already got mine in plush. Yep.
I don't. I mean, you know, I'm sitting here and
I got 100 pounds of rice, 100 pounds of beans. Well, not quite 100 pounds of rice anymore, but probably about 75, 80 pounds still. And I've got probably 100 pounds of sugar, close to 100 pounds of flour. 25 of that is self-rising.
right. The sugar I got a 25-pound bag, but then I've got a 5-gallon bucket of fresh squeezed honey.
See, now you need to make a pecan pie with that butter.
Oh, I know. I
Ah.
plans to.
Mm. Oh man. And then ship me one.
I'm making. I'm figuring out the recipes. I'm gonna make canna sticks for your lip balm, cannabis. Yeah, and then also hand lotion and like a bag balm type thing with canna, and then also a muscle relaxant rub.
Oh yeah. Put coconut oil in it, and everybody will love it.
Shit. I got 4 gallons of coconut oil sitting in there, virgin expeller pressed coconut oil, ready to go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do. Them are Wally World specials there. I can tell by looking at them. The little square box Wally World special.
Oregon Trail loadout. I guess he was commenting on. I was telling him I've got my back stores. Now we got about 5 gallons of pickles too. Well, hell yeah.
You know, as long you don't really, if you got flour, you can make you can make your yeast. You can capture yeast from the air to make bread.
I got a dry pack.
Do you?
Yeah, I have dry pack yeast. You have to reactivate it and all that.
Right. I'm thinking about getting a sourdough starter going again.
Oh, believe it or not, they're store-bought. They are kind of homemade because only local bakeries make them anyway. But they sell them here at the Walmart, little 50-cent pies. Mm-hmm. They are good. That lasts me 3 days.
Yeah, I got to call my spaghetti dragon spaghetti, though. Okay, I made it. This is all homemade. I mean, I made it from scratch, right? It's tomato paste and diced tomatoes and, anyway. The diced tomatoes, I don't see very well. I see diced tomatoes, right? And I dump them in there. Well, they have with green chilies.
Oh, good deal. Those are good.
Those
are good.
Made it taste really good, but it's dragon spaghetti.
Well, I like putting peppers and green peppers and hot peppers.
Well, it's for making salsa, I think, but they had diced tomatoes on sale for 50 cents a can.
Right.
So I bought up a case, right? Well, I wasn't looking, I just bought up a case. Well, he ended up with green chilies.
No, those are actually really good. Did it get spicy on you?
Oh, it was real spicy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was funny. Hey, but you know what? When I threw that smother in there, it just killed all that spiciness and it just made it perfect.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That smother just took and knocked it right down.
Nice. Well, I don't mind a little bit of spicy. That usually I get those cans from time to time with the green chilies in them. Excuse me. And when you cook with them like that, like in a sauce or something, they do tend to calm down when you cook them.
Right. Well, I made what would you call them? Swedish meatballs, I guess.
Oh yeah, I love those. I make those too.
I made Swedish meatballs and tossed in it. Then I also had separately, I cooked in smother a pound of pork from the pig, and I cook it up, and then I toss it in, a handful of Swedish meatballs. But this here alone by itself, and I don't know. It turned out pretty good.
Nice. I like taking the making the meatballs, and of course I got chives and everything else in them. You know what I'm saying? All the spices, and then Italian style stuff, almost like a sausage. Makes it almost like sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn around and you make your gravy. One portion au jus, and I use a mushroom gravy and a brown gravy packet. And I mix all three of those together, or double that up, and then I put all the I get it nice and hot, and then I put the meatball. I fry the meatballs up and throw them in a crock pot.
Right.
Right. I just do the meatballs enough to make them get their shape and stay that way. And get rid of some of the grease.
What I do is bake them. I take my meatballs and I line them up in a pan and I bake them. And halfway through, spin them over. And if you bake them for 20 minutes, they're cooked all the way through. So they're fully cooked. You could eat them right then.
Right.
You can throw them in the sauce. They'll hang in the sauce and everything else. So that's the way I do it. Instead of rolling them and all that, trying to fry them or whatever.
Well, I usually take them and put olive oil in the bottom of the pan and then throw the meatballs in and let them, keep rolling them around.
Right.
So that they.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I'll throw them in the oven. I'll throw them in the oven and let it roll them around.
Right. I can do that. Right. But I take it from there. I put them in the gravy in the slow cooker and let them sit there all day while I'm working. Mm-hmm. And then when it's time to eat, I just grab me a nice deli roll, for a hoagie or something. Right. Or I'll take a Kaiser roll and I'll cut the side of a Kaiser roll and just fill it with the meatballs. That way the sauce doesn't go outside the bread and you just eat it all. And it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
I'm debating on making bread with my smutter.
That's right. Hook.
Amish, the Amish cinnamon rolls I made were actually pretty damn good. I mean, hell, 5 dozen of them got ate overnight, so I think they were pretty good.
Miriam, I tell you what, I don't know if I got some kind of secret or not, but my jalapenos are too hot for me to eat. They're seriously, they were just wow. It's hard. I pickled a bunch of them. I did pickle a bunch of them. So we got at least 2 quarts of 2-quart jars of nothing but jalapenos. And I put in a garlic and my secret spice packets and put the lid on it, filled it up with white distilled vinegar and sealed them up, letting them all stew in their juices.
Guys, remember, right now your stores may have things on the shelves, but if shit hits the fan, I don't care where they live. People can't get, your truck drivers aren't going to be able to get up and down the highway to be able to get that food to your store. So,
it's going to go into some areas just because of the violence. So just be prepared.
Yeah. And then other areas they're not going to be able to get through. I mean, it's.
Yeah, too spicy can ruin a meal. It will. It'll make it unedible. And you can't taste anything else. That's where it's too hot. Where you can't taste anything else but the hot. Yeah, you've ruined it.
Wanted to make a comment about the debate today. Well, what's stopping you?
Go ahead, Dark Sage. What do you got to here? Well, I thought that too, Club, but that ain't the case. Those damn jalapenos without the seeds. I got green peppers that came out hot. Okay, I mean they're green peppers. Well, it turned out to be Mexicalis, which are the same ones they use for the chili rellens. But these sons of bitches is hot. Larry got a bunch of them cut up, put them in a bag, and then put them with the green peppers. Oh, he didn't realize he had grabbed a pack of the Mexicalis and he put them in the sauce. Oh, it's just green peppers, good. Oh my god! Like, how did it get hot? I was like, "What you added green peppers?" I said, "Yeah, didn't you?" He goes, "I didn't think I did." He didn't mark the package when he put it in there. So, yeah. Mr. Biden and the Democrats are lying to the minority communities, when they claim they want to help them and be their friends. Mr. Biden is not their friend, correct? And never will be. I live in a community that is 90% Hispanic, and mostly everyone here is voting for Mr. Biden, but they do not see or know if the racist and vile things Democrats did for the generations to these communities. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. They've been the ones holding back these minority communities from joining American society, and they're the ones that have been propagating this stuff. The roots of the KKK came from the Democrat Party. It's really serious. I'm not even joking. People don't even realize this. It wasn't the Democrats that brought about all the stuff that came about for the blacks. It was the Republicans. Look at, well, starting with Abraham Lincoln. You know, he was the one that worked through emancipation and all that stuff, and turn around. He was a Republican. Well, it wasn't the Democrats that put all this other stuff in place with the right to vote and all that stuff. That all came from, if you look it up, it come from Republicans. So Democrats have been lying about a lot of things for a long time. And you just got to think, you know, one of my favorite lines to tell people when you start talking to them, guys, you just don't realize how badly you've been lied to. Okay, they've been lying to you for years, and yeah, your mom and dad might have done this, Grammy and Grampy might have done this, but that's because they were being lied to as well. You just don't know how badly you've been lied to, and I mean, it's yeah, that's just the best way to go about it.
But see, they sell them on the idea of, oh, we're going to take care of you and we're going to this, you know, on all the social programs. Well, them social programs came at a cost. Okay. And just
price on the person too.
In just 30 years, it has destroyed family life. I mean, today, family is not family. I mean, they don't have any empathy toward each other. Most families don't even talk to each other. The husband and wife sit on opposite sides of the couch and text fricking each other.
Well, we used to have pro-family policies. Like when it came to taxes, if you were married and had children, man, you got major deductions out of your stuff just for being married and having children. I mean, major issue portions of your income become tax-free all of a sudden. Okay. But now there's a penalty for being married and having kids. Oh, but you got the earned income credit.
Get married.
Yeah, you get the earned income credit, but it's not like it used to be. And that's still money you paid in now that you just get it back. You know?
But all their social programs came at a cost. Basically, they wanted to kick the husband out or kick the man out of the house. The women became dependent on the welfare, and the more kids that they could pop out, the more money that they can make.
Correct.
And that's what we got today. We had no men, there was no guidance in the homes. and they've made it where schools now. I mean, in the 70s when I graduated, it was getting bad then, and it's gotten nothing but worse. I mean, that at least then they still were taught to respect your family.
Right.
Today, it's, no, you tell on your mom and dad, and you this and you that, and blah, 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 blah. They
You're
don't know.
smarter than they are. They're old. They have old ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit that one the wrong way.
I know I was blowing so hard my finger hit the button again. Sorry about that.
What's up, folks?
Well, they will. They will, Dark. I'm telling you, they will. And I bet you a lot more of them than you realize have already woke up. Because I tell you what, it's not about the hand out, it's the hand up that we're looking for. Okay? Now I'm American Indian. So y'all can take that racist shit, shove it up your ass. I ain't racist. In fact, in any fashion. I'm in a good old-fashioned American mutt. Okay? I might even have some black in me. I don't know. But I'm sure that somewhere down the line somebody got little freaky deaky with a lot of different other ones. Because on my grandfather's side is German Jew. My grandmother's side, Cherokee Indian. So yeah. So that's where I came from. So I keep telling people, I'm a racist. I'm a human racist. You ain't human. We got problems. Okay. That's just the way it goes. Everything else we can work out. As long as you're human, we're good. AZ Infidel, how you doing, bud?
Come on, somebody else get up in here.
Yeah, grab a link.
I ain't gonna be here long. Just
How you doing?
Maybe 15 minutes.
All right, rock on, rock on. No, I was after that. After Tanya's, I was like, man, I gotta bring this up because did you see the debate?
I watched a little bit of it.
Oh my god, I don't know.
I started getting agitated toward the end because at first the moderator was actually seeming pretty fair, and then pretty soon it was cutting the mic off, and
Right.
I mean, Biden kept getting 3 or 4 of the damn questions in the time to answer them, and Trump would get 2 words out and you respond, Biden, blah, 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 blah. And, and it was like, man, I was starting to get pissed.
Right. She cut off Trump to let Biden respond.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Wait a minute. Rebuttal. Who gets so Biden always gets the last word? What the hell is that? Yeah, but no, I think Trump tore him up, though. I really do. Brought all that shit out. He wouldn't even he wouldn't even address it. He just kept changing the subject.
Well, Alex promised Queen of Conspiracy tomorrow to be the first caller called in. So, yeah, I went to work today. And it's snowing, got drifts out here and everything else, and the wind's 45 miles an hour, and it's 22 degrees. Anyway, I put my coat on, and I went out there, and, I'm working outside.
Right.
Oh, damn, man, that coat didn't do anything for that wind. I mean, I felt that cold air going up my backside, and I worked about 45 minutes, and I said, to hell with this, I'm coming home. It was just too damn cold. I'll have to dress warmer tomorrow. I didn't really realize I had a t-shirt on, and then I had my coat. I figured my coat would be good enough. No,
not at 20 degrees. AZ, that's a 2 hours and 46 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'll go check that out. No, it's 2 hours and 46 minutes long.
Yeah, Bob Ferguson was streaming like all day long today. And a lot of us were there all day long in the chat.
Really?
I was at work. I turned it on before I even left to work. And a bunch of us were there, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. I'm surprised it didn't get shut down. Especially because there was a segment on the War Room where Owen kind of lost his shit and started swearing like crazy. I'm surprised that didn't get cut out.
Wow. Nice. Try to push it.
Whole deal is, I was worried too when, as long as he's got under 25 people, YouTube usually doesn't pay attention. It's when you get over 25 that they come in and start fucking with you.
Yeah, he was hovering between 15 and 20 most of the day.
Yeah. As long as he's hovering in that area, they usually wouldn't mess with him. It's when he hits over 25, they come in, start messing with you. Or at least that's been my experience.
Right. Yeah, no, it only gave us the link for Alex Jones' full show, Thursday, 10/22/20. And the clip is 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 18 seconds long.
Yeah, the timestamp that he says that he put in there didn't go through.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
It starts at 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 46 seconds. But he just said he promised to put it on tomorrow. When he takes questions tomorrow. So tomorrow it calls in, we'll get on tomorrow.
Including the SNL scandal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were sitting there and putting up errors and stuff. They were actually shutting down chats. What they're doing is they're dividing people up and putting you in other chats. And a lot of the people that are in those chats aren't real people. They're bots. And you're talking to a bunch of fucking bots. Literally. I mean, You guys don't realize how advanced this AI bullshit is.
They've started doing it on Twitch too. Over at Aaron's chat a couple of nights ago, he had a bunch of bots in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, the AI is getting real smart. It's had all this time to learn, and you got, these guys that designed this stuff that are hackers from hell, and
Right. Oh, hey, I got my work hat on. Excuse me. Sorry.
And you guys got to realize the chat is a totally separate address from the show. That chat goes into, if you look at it, the URL on the chat is totally different from the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can do a pop-out chat.
See, this is my work hat. Right. Same thing. Yeah. This is my show hat. No.
I wish it was 82 degrees here.
I know you do. I was so happy. I'll tell you what, I was so glad. I was like, man, this is so nice. It's been so muggy and murky and nasty. I was like, man, this one good day rinsed out all that crap. So I'm ready for another 4 days of shit weather.
Yeah, it got unseasonably warm here today. Probably, early afternoon, it started jumping up. I think we got to 74 today.
Mm.
Dude, it's nice because it's going to dry everything out from the rain we had the last couple of days. But it's just, it's like a system shock. It was 30 degrees cooler the other day.
Right. Well,
I overdressed to work. I was sweating my ass off all day.
That's exactly what
I'm going to go home and change.
Right. I got out my sleeveless t-shirt this morning. I was like, you know what? It's already nice. I opened up the windows. I was like, yeah, it's going to be 82 degrees. I've got out my sleeveless t-shirt and I ran outside, you know what I'm saying? Getting it done. And I was just really glad. Oh, wait a second.
Hey, it started warming up today here too. You know, it hit a high of 34.
Heat wave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that AI is smart. It's just that it's getting the experience and learning from a lot of different things. And a lot of people don't watch it and don't see it. They don't relate with it, you know, and realize that how this is working or whatever, you know, and
Give me go. Ranger was left inside.
Yeah, the latest Tom Clancy book that I've read, Code of Honor, it came out last year. Goes into high detail about, you know, the next generation of AI threats. It's pretty scary. Especially when, okay, you get an AI program that's basically almost at sentient level, and it can basically give it a baseline mission, and it'll find a way to accomplish that mission by replicating itself in different systems and moving across the globe system by system. Like in the book, they were talking about, like, it was I think it was the Chinese that launched it, and it like got into the U.S. military computers and like ended up like inside airplanes and inside smart weapons and stuff. Took over the aircraft.
No shit.
Yeah, crazy shit.
Now, this was a movie?
A book. The latest Tom Clancy novel.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully that doesn't.
AI needs us. We don't need AI. That's the whole thing. And AI is training us to do what it needs done. And that's the sad thing.
Yeah.
We're dumb enough to fall for it. Anyway, I gotta make some cake, and debating on whether to make them Amish cinnamon rolls. I mean, make them out of smutter. Oh,
My Lord.
Sneak them in on people. Oh no, that'd be kind of mean.
No.
Dude, there's a place that I went to once that's it's a small little it's basically a family restaurant, little deli breakfast place. It's only about maybe 5-10 miles away from the Tires out in that part of New York. They have cinnamon rolls that are like this fucking big.
Yeah,
they're fucking insane. They're the best cinnamon roll I've ever had in my life. They're like that deep.
Oh, wow.
They called them Amish cinnamon rolls, right? I got this recipe for Amish cinnamon rolls, right? And I make it up. I mean, it took 16 cups of flour to make these things, you know, this batch. And holy hell. And I'm sitting there and I'm used to making my cinnamon rolls like normal, right? And I roll them out and all this. These some bitches started growing up so big. I'm like, God damn, what do I do now? You know, they grew out of the pan and.
Yeah, then you start but you just use smaller. You just make them smaller.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, the first ones, I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, you know, I made them like I normally do, you know, and those suckers.
Oh man, not so much alcohol next time.
No, there was no alcohol in it. None.
I know, I was just saying.
And I don't drink. I'll smoke weed, but I don't drink.
Okay, maybe that was what. That's the thing. Not so much alcohol next time, you know. It's usually what I tell people is like, well, don't drink so much next time.
Today at work, we got our first shipment in the season of the local apple cider from the big regional, press company that handles the orchards around here.
Yeah.
And oh god, it was delicious.
Oh,
And
wow.
all I'm thinking as I'm drinking it at work is like, I want to get a bunch of this and turn it into hard cider or Applejack.
There you go. Yeah. Hell yeah. But there's I think I'm gonna watch this damn thing, this debate again.
Yeah, Tanya and them didn't know you were going to be on. I think she said she was going to run over the invisible cookie or whatever it is.
Why did she get off air? I figured she'd be going for a while.
There wasn't that many people in her chat tonight because some people Bruce was streaming the debate and some people ended up over there, and it was just fucked up timing, I think.
I mean, if she would have held on for another 20 minutes, the debate would be over and everybody'd be flooding in. That's what the problem was. She quit right at the end of the debate.
But yeah, see,
that was wrong.
And she was having problems with the computer. I mean, it kept messing up she got a new phone or something, and it kept messing up the sound and messing up her thing she's wanting to run.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, AZ. I think he says, AZ says, I think I remember hearing that Tom Clancy got his intel from Steve Pachinik. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Well, I thought Steve Pachinik did whatchamacallit, was the whatchamacallit for Clancy novels.
Probably.
No, you mean Ghost Rider?
Not Ghost Rider, no, the
source.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
More of a muse.
Well, I remember reading, his first novel was Hunt for Red October. That became that, successful movie. When that book first came out, he got investigated by the FBI and the Naval Investigative Services because they wanted to know how he got all this information about, high-tech, naval submarine technology and everything. He's like, it's all open source. You guys publish this stuff.
Right.
He just did the research.
Yep. Yeah, I really did enjoy it. That was one of my favorite movies, is Hunt for Red October. I liked that movie. That was a pretty good movie.
Right. And there was I remember watching a video earlier, actually, about a guy that went through and I don't know where I was watching but I remember he was doing the reality versus the movies kind of submarines. And he's like, yeah, I give this one a 10 for 10, 10 out of 10 because it's right on. That's exactly what they do. And then turn around and then he goes through the other ones, and that one's a 4 out of 10 because it's a possible situation, but it's bizarre that they would do that. That's not protocol. Shit like that. Not a fan. Oh wow, you got a whole new world of scare in front of you. Yeah, read some of Tom Clancy stuff. Pretty scary shit. Usually,
Yeah, I grew up reading all that stuff.
like Stephen King, but with technology.
He was basically the father of the techno thriller.
Right, right.
I like Clancy a lot better than I do King, that's for sure.
Oh well, yeah, that's
Yeah, King is a little out there. I don't think I've ever actually read any of his stuff. I've only seen some of the movies, but yeah, not. There was one Stephen King
like the
movie. It was called Dreamcatcher. That one was actually pretty good.
I must admit, Pet Cemetery was nothing like the movie.
The book?
Yeah, the book was nothing like the movie.
That movie kind of scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Well, the book really scared the shit out of me.
There you go. Now you're talking. I tell you
Fire in the bowl.
You know what was some scary shit for me when I was younger? Freddy.
Freddy got so stupid. I mean, the first one was okay, but then it went to Freddy 276, and Jesus Christ, how many Freddys got?
I never watched any of those movies when I was young when they came out. I never saw them until after probably the last 15 years.
And you know what's really crazy? We've got a lake over here by us called Crystal Lake.
There's a campground called Crystal Lake about 2 miles away from me.
Right. Yeah. So Freddie, that shit was, and it's a campground community, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a gated thing, you know? Yeah. So it could get kind of freaky in there, I guess. It's like, gotta get Crystal Lake. What the hell? Shit. I ain't going there.
Hey, you want to get spooked? I went up into the damn woods up in Mount Rainier at night and watched the fog.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Hey, it started spooking the hell out of me because the fog started moving in, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Oh. That mountain creates its own weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was. And me and Bear were talking about that one night. I was like, dude, that's its own atmosphere up there. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, my car, I guess, got accommodated or used because they had an emergency evacuation, and my car is the only one that would start.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they appropriated it.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to watch back when I was in the storm chasing and shit like 10 years ago. We used to watch, they had the National Park Service had webcams set up around the park. And they had a couple that were pointed at the mountain from a couple of miles away. And you could actually see the cloud formations just hovering over the mountain, like almost like stacked pyramids and shit. Real weird stuff.
Yeah, I've been up there probably off of sunrise or most likely out of sunrise.
Yeah, that's some scary shit, AZ. Spontaneous human combustion. I remember the reports of the theory, and people like just all of a sudden explode into fire and blow up. I always used to think that, well, you know where the aliens are. Because whatever they did, they blew them up, atomized them. Right? I'm just saying. There you go. Bear's got the right idea. Fire in the boat again. Yeah. You know what's scarier than all that shit put together? The thought that Biden's might be elected. Because all the nightmares come true after that.
You know, what's weird is Dana Coverstone said he saw Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, pulled down and drowned and whatnot, and the end of America, basically.
Right.
It's a little bit hinky. I mean, you look at these idiots. Liberty Hangout was talking to one of the lib turds, and they're all on this. Oh no, well it's gonna be a red mirage, Then a month later, all the votes will come in, and Biden will be, prove that Biden was the winner, and but Trump will refuse to leave office, and it's going to cause a civil war. It's like, what the hell, man? What are you guys been eating?
Yeah, because guess what? There's not enough of them to make a difference.
Yeah.
Well,
and the ones who think they can, they don't know how to fight.
Yeah, they're crazy. That's really, honestly, what it is. They're fucking nuts. Like the damn squirrels around here.
Well, the Antifa and stuff, people underestimate them because they had squadrons of them sent over to damn Joint Base Lewis McChord, training them under the Demon Rats, training them.
Right.
You can look it up. What you call it?
Don't forget about Obama Force.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, since Trump designated them a terrorist organization, anybody who is involved with the providing training and comfort and aid to a terrorist organization, that's fucking treason.
Yep,
exactly.
That's why there's such a big deal about these people contributing to the get out of free jail card for these fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see at all these protests, the signs and the placards that the people are holding up. For every legitimate protest sign, there's at least one sign that says donate for our legal get out of jail fund and everything. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Well, there's so much treason going on and has been for so many years. I mean, I think there should be an internal affairs just like there is in for the cops,
Right.
How are you above and beyond your yourself?
Yeah, I brought this up in BobFerguson today. Okay, the FBI, they have a division at the headquarters called Office of Professional Responsibility.
Yep.
It's the internal watchdog that they're supposed to make sure that everything being done in the FBI is within the letter of the law. And then you get people like Christopher Wray and Jim Mueller that, just treasonous bastards, and they get away with it.
Right. And there's also the Mars, the management adjunct recorder, something like that. And these guys are only supposed to document everything and make sure all the documents are in place. And that's an interagency kind of fucking bunch of managers. Okay. Well, that's part of the background of the deep state that they're fighting with at this point.
Well, I think a lot of that, the problem that we're getting with things like that is after 9/11 happened and the Patriot Act, all the intelligence agencies were clustered together. It makes sense on an information sharing, spectrum, but they're, ultimately answerable to one person, the director of national intelligence. It's a weird setup.
Yeah. And it's
you got, what is it? How many agencies do they have now? It's something like 28 different agencies.
Right. And that's because it's covering communication channels.
Mm-hmm. And
between agencies. Yeah.
Geo information, like the National Mapping Agency and Geospatial Intelligence and shit like that.
Yep.
In fact, there's the big scandal I remember. Okay, that agency that does the National Geospatial Intelligence, their headquarters building is somewhere in Virginia outside of DC. And the building is so massive that the atrium on the inside of it, in the center of the building, where they have like their food court, the atrium is so big that you can lay the Statue of Liberty on its side inside the atrium there. That's how fucking big it is. Think of all the tax dollars that went to build something like that.
Right. Like Mall of America size kind of shit.
Something, comparable, yeah.
Yeah. They have a whole inside of the Mall of America is an amusement park with a roller coaster and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, over in the Philippines, they got one of those. I mean, you go over a shoe mart and it's got a roller coaster. It's one of the largest in the world. And I mean, that some bitch is big. You ride around on a roller coaster to go from department to department. It's huge.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, it's huge over in Makati. Huge.
Yeah, they got indoor.
You can think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying it had every kind of shop you could think of. And then some you never thought of.
Yeah, because we don't think like that.
No. I'll tell you what, Asia is really big. I mean, in Japan, right? First time I ever seen this in Japan. They got these damn vending machines that have women's used underwear in them. People stand in line to get them things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, holy shit.
That's weird. That's crazy. But yeah, that they do.
Yeah, over in Japan, they have entire shopping malls that are nothing but vending machines.
Yeah.
You can buy anything there. Fuck. Have you heard about that company here in the States that's trying to do a huge vending machine setup to sell cars?
No.
Yeah, it's like this big, round, cylindrical building that's a couple stories tall, and it has spaces divided up for each individual car. And you can just walk up, to like an ATM-style machine in the front of the building, put your credit card in, and buy a fucking car, and it moves down, and everything, and you can pick it up right there.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I forget the name of the company, but they're talking about putting like a regional headquarters in my town.
What is Volvo? Oh, I thought that was Volvo or.
No, the name sounds like Volvo. It's a weird name, Carvola or something like that.
Well, yeah, but that's the. That's just the dealership, so they got all the different cars. But I know it's like Volvo, Alfa Romero. Am I thinking that right? But they had these. Yeah, they're higher end cars. And they were actually looking at doing that with Fisker before Fisker fell apart. They were going to do the electric car thing that way.
Good night, Miriam. Sweet dreams.
You take it off. Sweet dreams, Miriam. Yeah, well, but yeah, they were. Remember the Fisker electric car company? They kind of look like Jaguar.
I vaguely heard of them. When you first said Fisker, I'm like, the scissor company?
Right. No, not right. Yeah. But it was a Swedish car company. And it was an electric car that they were building. Now, they built a shitload of them. And then the company went bankrupt. It was just like the same time Solara went down with that new tech for the solar panel stuff. Okay. Well, they created a shitload warehouses of these panels. Okay. Now, the company went under. Now, who bought up all those fucking panels and all the equipment to make them? Okay. Now, get this. Same situation happened to Fisker. all the electric cars. Okay, well, where do they all go? You don't see none.
You'd have to do a what do they call it? A forensic accounting analysis
Right.
of all the the transfers of property during the sale of the company and everything to find that out.
Right. And that's going to be kind of tough. But I'm telling you, watch. They bought up all the manufacturing facility and all the equipment to build them and the fields of cars that they've already had produced. I mean, fields and fields of cars. Okay. And yeah, they all those cars are gone. You don't see none of them. They had tens of thousands of cars they built. No, not a single one. You don't see anything about it. And there's also a battery company with experimental batteries out in California around the same time. That happened too. It goes on, guys. It goes on. And all these technology companies under Obama got all this money to get upstarted, build the factories, make a big port. Then Obama canceled all the contracts for the sales on these things. Okay, he was guaranteeing the purchases of these items, and then didn't. Left them all holding the bag, and that's why they went bankrupt. Well, then they come in and they buy up everything and move it underground.
Pennies on the dollar.
Enron. Okay.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's all Enron shit, man.
Yeah.
It was a big, bold scam to take and produce the technology to take it underground.
Okay, in Canada, is Enron Canadian. When Enron went belly up here doing the oil wells, they took all that money and put it into and called it Enron of Canada, and then in Canada came back down here and started doing oil wells again, as in Canada.
Oh,
but
wow.
Everybody's their damn retirement money and everything. That's how they got their startup was from that.
Right. Because that's all that got defuncted. Yep. And reabsorbed into the company.
Yep.
Because there was no binding measure on the sale to honor the contracts. It's part of the deal. All the retirement funds, all that went up just like that. Yeah, it's pretty sad and pretty fucked up, man. But it's going to get better because those evil bastards are all going to pay the prices.
Yeah, maybe.
They will. There is no escape from judgment, my friend.
Well, in the end, there isn't. But I mean, here, this isn't, I see a lot of things.
God is sometimes, the hand of man is sometimes guided by God.
Once in a while, yes. Most of the time, in fact, but
right.
Our ways aren't his ways either.
Exactly. So
what we think should happen, all of it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And right now, America, the world actually is going to be going through a kind of like a purge, almost like separating the chaff from the wheat type thing.
Right.
Let's see where the world's at.
Right.
Because you notice how lies and stuff are being brought out and discovery. Revelation, people always think Revelations is the book of the end. It's the end of the world. Revelations is just revealing.
Yes, the apocalypse that's exactly what apocalypse means, is the unveiling of the truth.
Yes. people think it's the end. Well, it is the end. It is the end of
End
evil.
of the lie. It's the end of the evil. End of
The evil, end of the lie.
Amen.
What's up, Dallas? What's up, Kay?
Kay's here. Holy shit! Throw a link.
Hey,
Oh,
come on in.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
The water's warm.
we got it all bubbly for you. Go on. Hey, K47. Made me pull out my gun. Hell yeah.
You'll come on, but just Mike, huh?
Oh, she hasn't done her hair and her nails and her makeup.
It's like-
Sweetheart, just put a ponytail on it. We just want you. That's it. We don't care about all that fancy stuff. We know you like it. You like to look good. We love you.
I mean, if they can put up my ugly ass, I'm sure that, you'd be much more pleasing to the eyes.
Right. Ain't like I'm some Prince Charming. How? Fire in the bolt.
All right, Gus, have a good one.
You take what? Gus ain't even said nothing tonight.
He's there right there. He just said, time for him for the day.
Ain't it like in morning time for you? It's like 6 o'clock in the morning or something, right?
He's been up for
Holy
hours.
shit.
I mean, I've seen him since yesterday.
Holy shit.
It's that time of the month. Up for a day and a half or 2 days.
Holy cow. Yeah, get your ass to bed, Gus. If you're tired, go ahead and hit it. Yeah, see, it was 7:30 a.m. where he's at. I was like, look at it. Yeah. He's like, yeah. So, all right, bro.
Yeah, I laugh when they do that climate change BS, and the CO2 emissions, and it's I mean, back when the dinosaurs were here, literally, I mean, it was 30 times more CO2. The trees were 200 feet tall.
Right. Everything was bigger.
Yeah.
And the reason it was bigger is because there was less radiation getting through the atmosphere because of the CO2 in the friggin' atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah, these guys, they just don't understand. Well, they do, but they don't want to. Okay? When a volcano in Iceland, okay, it erupted for what, 4 or 5, 6 months, something like that. I think it's still erupting possibly. But in the first 2 weeks of it erupted more CO2, sulfur, carbon dioxide, whatever, all that crazy shit, more atmospheric garbage than all of humankind
Combined.
has ever contributed.
Yep.
Ever. In 2 weeks. So, changing a light bulb? Kiss my ass.
No, the light bulbs, the only reason they had us changing light bulbs is for surveillance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because LEDs and them compact fluorescents and all those things, They vibrate on a frequency, and they're able to take a digital picture of the inside of your room.
Right.
Literally.
Like sonar. Yeah.
Yep. That's why Obama outlawed incandescent bulbs, because the incandescent bulb they couldn't do it with.
Right.
Guess what? I got a whole case full of incandescent bulbs here.
I got a incandescent bulb in my lamp right here. Yeah. And then I use kerosene lamps on the regular.
Speaking of lamps, what'd you do? Did you tie in your generator to your battery supply, or?
Yeah, I've got a potential solution.
You were running out of power before this time.
Well, today was a full sunny day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was good. It was a good charging day. So I don't know exactly how much time I got left, actually, but it's not bitching yet, so we're doing good. Right. But yeah, it's been pretty scarce. We've had 3 full days of no sun, 3.5 days of no sun, and it's been kind of drastic. And it makes you stress test your systems, I'll tell you that.
Well, what are you gonna do when we have 3 months of no sun?
Oh, I've got fuel, and I have a fuel solution too.
Hot gas?
Water.
Oh, okay. Hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, because if that ever happens, I'm gonna break that sumbitch out like nobody's business.
There you go.
Right. I got all the pieces of the puzzle. They just ain't put together right. I got it all ready to put together. So yeah. It's going to be a monstrosity, but I can keep it down to the size of about a generator size, like one of those push around generators. And all it does is create hydrogen. Yeah. I got the magnetic generator. I got the alternator. Yeah. Scab of battery. And I got the hydrogen crackers, the pressure tank, the dryer tube, the buffer tank, the whole 9 yards, man. Pressure switches, everything. The check valve, all of it.
They also used to use the use wood and whatnot, making a gasifier.
Right. There's a way to do that too. I know how to do that as well. I can make oil and glue.
I remember hearing about a wood-burning car.
Yep.
Back in World War II. I think they were using them in Austria.
Oh, they're using them in the Philippines. They used to run them on coconuts.
Yep. You're making charcoal is what you're doing.
Yep.
The fumes that come off of the charcoal as you're cooking the wood, it doesn't actually burn. It just smolders, kind of chars up. It's kind of heat cooked. And all the fumes that come off of it, you distill them. And the end result after all the heavy element comes out as liquid or tar kind of looking stuff, like oil, heavy crude or light crude or that kind of, and then the lighter gases. Use some copper in some of the tubing. You put it through a cooler at cooling phase, and you end up with white gas. And the remaining gas is called syngas. It's kind of like a hydrogen-based natural gas kind of thing, okay, like propane or what have you. There are people that actually they compress it into a tank and turn around and use it like you would propane.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a full process, and you can utilize it in any fashion you like. You end up with all these different features of function, and if you wanted to, you could process the crude again and get gasoline. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy like that, but yeah, you can. Or you can boil it down into and actually make coal, the crude. And then, hey, and guess what? Back at the original burn chamber, you got charcoal, so you can
Yeah.
cook your water, you can do anything else like that.
Yeah, it's an all-purpose. Get one of those. A ammonia refrigerator has no working parts. It
Right?
only requires heat up the stack,
Yep.
and you can do that with a candle. You can even do it with a parabolic mirror.
Yep. If you got access to sunlight back there.
Yeah. But if you don't, when you got access to a sunlight, you can use parabolic dish or mirror. If you don't, you use candle.
You know what? You could actually. You don't even need to go that far. They got those little cigarette lighters,
Yeah.
electric ones.
The piezoelectrics, yeah.
Right, right. The little piezoelectrics. They work off of like 3 volt. You know what I'm saying? So you just hook it up to a USB socket and put it up in that tube, and it'll run your refrigerator.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I ran in the Philippines because we went a year without no power. So I had a fairly large one and was running it and making ice and selling ice. I made a fortune selling ice.
Right.
All the fishermen needed ice.
Yeah.
For fish and shit. And there was no power. There was no power on the island anywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Where I was working at up in Canada at the canoe base, our base camp, there was no electric up there. It was everything ran on propane. We had one gasoline powered electric generator that we'd only run like once or twice a week, and the only thing we used it for was to charge power tools and run a clothes washer. That was it.
Liz, you want to throw Kay the link?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And let me tell you, it was a pain in the ass to supply that camp with propane because we had to manhandle the big, like 6-foot tall tanks
Oh shit.
up and down a stone hill, probably about 200 feet, walk them down the dock, throw them in a boat, and then take a 20-minute or 25-mile boat ride to the marina to fill up the tanks and then repeat the process.
Holy shit! How'd you get them back after they were full?
We would have like 4 guys to each tank, holding them onto a dolly and struggling up the hill. It wasn't fun.
Right. I'd be like, somebody bringing a truck over here.
There's no trucks. It was an island in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'd still be like, somebody's bringing a damn truck back. And build one. Shit. Yeah, no doubt.
Says she's still only going to be on mic, though.
That's all right. But yeah. No, man, I'm telling you, I'm not counting on anything just in case. But I'm telling you, it's not going to last that long. It's going to be stupid here next week. And it's going to get dumber after the election because Trump is going to win. And he'll win in such a decisive manner that it's not going to be even refutable. And then they're going to claim fraud. And they're
Of course.
they're going to pull their little shenanigan bullshit. And then they're going to say, see, we told you he wouldn't step down. Well, yeah, he didn't lose the damn election, you idiot. But it ain't going to work. In the bowl. Brought to you by SausageGravyBiscuitFarms.com. .com. I was like, so, but you know what, Bear?
What's that?
Since it doesn't have THC, you could actually sell that stuff, right?
It's CBG. I've got the analysis on it.
Yeah.
It's 0.01. This one averaged out 0.0138.
Okay, but you could sell it as non-THC hemp, right?
It's not THC. It don't have any THC in it.
Right. I'm just saying. So you could sell that anywhere in the country for the most part, right?
CBG.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are or anything else, because there's some places like Utah, for instance, they can't have CBD.
Okay, but okay,
I mean,
would
I don't know.
CBG fall into the same category?
Then other one, it's different in every place. Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe. I was just thinking if it's not, then I'd find out where I could market it and you start making your stuff, man. Get you back in business.
I plan to. As soon I mean, I'm just getting things set up right now. You know, we're probably going to open up and end up doing. This time it was 5 acres. Next time it'll be 12 acres, and then we'll jump up 60 acres. And
Right. Well, you're working on industrial processing at that point.
oh yeah, well that's the idea, and I mean this year was basically a test, and they grew it in the worst land. I mean, this land is never produced anything. I mean, it's full of alkali.
Right.
And it ended up making more money than the whole damn farm did.
Well, right. Well, I'm just saying the hemp plant reconstitutes the soil. It actually heals the land.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's one of the weird things about weed is it doesn't steal all the nutrients from the earth. You know what I'm saying? It replenishes it a lot of time, remediates, gets rid of poisons and stuff like that out of the ground.
Yeah, they go all up so we can smoke them.
Right. Well, I guess so. Yeah, right.
I gotta look into finding out what I need to do to get an industrial hemp operation to rent my farm.
There you go.
You know,
there you go. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. That's what's going to be the saving grace for farmers is hemp. Yeah. But here's the deal. You got to be really careful, guys, because the 0.03, the 0.3, whatever it is, percent, 03%, that's the killer. I mean, we had a whole bunch of farms out here that ended up having to cut up their investment and have to chop it up. Department of Ag comes out, and it's above 0.3. And,
well, he's talking about having somebody come in and just rent his farm to do it.
Yeah.
He's not doing it himself. He's just going to agent it out.
Right.
Access to the land kind of thing.
Yeah, because I've got like almost 28 acres of, tillable acres here. And we have rented it out to another farmer down the road from us for like the last 15, 20 years. And he grows soybeans there. Used to grow some corn, but the last 10 years have been soybeans. And for those 28 acres, we get $1,000 a year for rent. That's it.
Now, time to change.
Yeah. When I started hearing about, the relegalization of industrial hemp and everything, and it was being allowed in Ohio, I looked at read a couple articles. I'm like, okay, there's companies out there that will pay you $25,000 to $30,000 per acre for rent so that they can grow hemp there. I'm like, why are we growing soybeans?
right, for $1,000. You know, he's not coming away. So, you know, $1,000 a year, for God's sakes. That
Yeah,
really,
it's not even enough to cover the farm tax.
right.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Right. Well, we're looking at setting up tree farms here. Basically, as we clear what we need to clear, when we go back to replant, we're going to be planting trees. You know what I'm saying? Like walnut groves and cedar ridges and the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Down to
Good idea. I mean, if you do hardwoods like mahoganies and stuff like that, 25 years takes 25 years. Then trees are worth over $75,000.
black walnuts.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a lot of black oak here, white oak.
Yeah,
you know, we got a lot of red oak and bur oak and stuff like that too. But we could thin those out as necessary. You know what I'm saying? And when we go to thin them out, we come back and we replant, you know, baby trees, because we don't even have a shortage of that. We got 80 acres here. When come spring, you know what I'm saying, the leaves start coming up. You can tell all the trees what they are. Replant them where you want them to be. You know what I'm saying?
right. Then underneath them, you can still plant other things,
Correct.
i.e., hemp.
Well, exactly. So, well, we were only talking about right, a row of trees, and then we could do something like that, but I'm not sure about that part of it just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at managing forests. If you understand where I'm coming from. So underneath the trees, you know, in between like the black walnuts, we'll be growing sassafras in between all that, because it's not it is invasive, but it is beneficial to the bigger trees. And they don't tend to get that big, so they end up, you know, falling apart before they get that old.
Well, hemp don't grow that big, and it does. It'll help feed the trees, and the shade from the trees help the hemp, and it's kind of a
back and forth
symbiotic type setup.
Right. But I don't think that's what we're going to get. Because now on our ballot this here, beginning of November, also is the on our ballot is the legalization or the recreational.
Well, see, the hard thing about that is when they go into that, they did that up into Washington. Okay, that's what put me out of business, is when they did that. Because then what happens is all of a sudden they develop the alcohol, firearms, tobacco, and cannabis board. Okay, now all of a sudden you got these goddamn revenuers running with the full power of the federal government busting pot farms. Okay, because you got to have a license, and you got to have this, and you got to have that, and you can only grow so much per. They limit you so much grow per square foot, and they limit square footage.
Where'd you go?
No, she dropped out.
Okay.
She never even said anything. She just ran off.
And she said hi, but that was about it.
Hi. Well, yes, I'm high.
Okay, come back, silly woman. But still, you know, it's ridiculous what they do with that stuff. But we've already killed 2 of them. We already killed 2 recreational bills. That the one was going to make it like a kingpin for the state. You could only one, you know, an agency controls everything and every grow. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you had to go through this one agency to fuck you.
Yeah, Ohio doesn't have recreational. They got medical now. That came through a couple years ago.
Right.
It's decriminalized. They really can't. You know, if you get caught with a quarter ounce, they're just going to confiscate it. They might not even give you a ticket.
Right. They won't give you a ticket. That is, I mean, it's decriminalized.
The business
problem with all this, guys. What in the fuck gives them the right to even do it, say anything about it?
I know.
It gives them the right.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, Kay, what's going on?
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the hell just happened. I didn't even freaking do anything.
She pushed the right button.
Yeah, she did.
Gosh. I'm trying to log into this damn computer, and I know I must be spelling this wrong, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Sounds like you haven't had or maybe you have had too much.
I decided I'm gonna drink a Rockstar before I have a beer.
So your puke will look green.
It's possible. If I was a puker, I guess.
Yeah, pray to the porcelain gods.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often for me.
You can always take and use this instead.
There you go. Smutter.
I actually went an entire day without alcohol. Not today, but day before.
Not today, but the day before. You were sleeping.
I didn't drink anything today.
What, were you sleeping all day?
No, I just had other shit going on.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we were up kind of late tonight. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna live stream earlier and everything, and my day fucking took a shit on me, so I said fuck it.
Right.
Now that the beautiful
Right. Go ahead, Bear.
Now that the beautiful K is in here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop out, guys. I'll be in the chat. Have a good one.
And Bear, to answer your question, nothing gives them to do that shit. They have no business in the business of man anyway.
Exactly. Trump needs to legalize it, say the hell with it, follow the Constitution, take it away from the federal, and that takes care of the whole problem.
Yep, exactly. And I have a feeling that's in the works.
I hope so. Anyway, I'll be in the chat. Night all. See you in
Dream
chat.
well, buddy. Dream well, buddy.
Yeah,
Am I stupid? Is there another way to spell booger other than BOOGER? I know this is a random ass question.
No, that's how you spell it.
As far as I know. What were you going to say?
Oh, with Ohio, with the pot law now, okay, medical is legal. The way that they set it up for businesses in Ohio, any weed grown for medical use in Ohio, they basically accepted contract bids from a bunch of people, and there's, I think, 12 legal grow sites in the state now, and there's a huge permitting process and everything you have to go through. It costs a couple $1 million to invest into starting one of those things up. And if you decide that you want to be a medical customer, you have to buy it from, a state licensed store. And to get the medical card in Ohio, a lot of people don't realize that if you sign up to get a medical marijuana card, that makes you ineligible to get a concealed carry permit. So fuck that.
Right.
I'll try it, Joshua.
Man, I'm so glad I live here. We don't have to get permits to carry, open or concealed.
Well, see, that's the weird thing. We have open carry in Ohio. We've always had it.
Right.
It just, people are complete weenies when it comes to CCW. It took forever to get that passed.
Wow.
Honestly, getting your concealed, I wish I would have never gotten mine because it actually puts you
Oh yeah, I
Like-
don't want to be on their lists.
But oh well, I am, so nothing I can do about it now. AZ should get his ass on you.
Yeah. It matters where you live. But yeah. Well, you know what? Anybody that looks up your background, they ain't gonna fuck with you.
True. Where the fuck did I put my cigarettes? Oh, okay. Never mind.
I was gonna say I had no idea. I got a couple ideas though.
Oh. Man. You what?
Nothing. It's a joke.
Sorry. Ugh. My brain is not functioning very well today.
Hey, Joshua,
It started out good,
it started out good.
but yeah, just
When you woke
Dave
up,
did not go the way I wanted it to.
how long
towards the
after
end.
you woke up did it not go good?
At about like shoot, right when the war room started is when my day took a shit on me,
Oh no.
and it wasn't that I woke up because I didn't go to fucking sleep last night in anticipation for today, and yeah. Oh well.
All that excitement and you slept through it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna post a video. I was gonna go live stream at the river.
No, that tonight wasn't a good night for that. This is debate night.
Well, I was gonna do it earlier, and then I was gonna try to do commentary like during the debate, but I was gonna go earlier in the day to the river and stream while I was gold panning. I didn't even get to go panning.
Oh wow! I built I got most of the rapid cage work done today.
Did you guys get any new subscribers today? You should have gotten like 2 or 3.
We don't know. Hold on a second. Check stuff out.
Nope, I watched the debate.
It's
I fell
130.
asleep like right after it ended. That chick on InfoWars is obnoxious.
Well, the one that does the electioneer stuff.
Yeah,
Not
I
familiar.
don't really care for it.
I
Natalie
don't
was on
watch-
there.
I don't watch InfoWars that much anymore.
Well, she's on for the election stuff, and she.
Yeah, I don't like her.
You don't like her? I mean, she's pretty to the point. I mean, she's to the point.
I don't know.
She's
Something
strong.
is weird. Like, there's just like a weird dynamic. I don't know.
It's not Savannah Hernandez, is it?
No.
No, not Savannah.
Oh.
No, it's what's her name? Gretchen something? Or
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, she's doing an election countdown thing.
I don't know, but she sucks at singing too. She was singing and her mic was turned up.
Really?
Like right after the debate. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Kay, Wizard, and Canoes.
So, what do you think about the debate, Michelle?
Trump won. Hands down. Biden lied his ass off. When he came back after commercial, he said, "Oh, I want to correct something." I never said that about black criminals. Yeah, you did. You called them super
Yeah, you
predators.
did.
So he
Hey,
lied on
But
national
Trump has
television.
those big old screens now up on that he's using at Deanna. That's right, AZ. Come on, AZ, get on the damn screen.
Right? He's like, I'm naked. Right.
I have my cam off. You can turn your cam off. Jerk.
How many girls
Yeah,
there?
yeah, he won definitely.
I think so. You
But
brought it up. We're talking about
Trump
taking
has all
money
those
from
big
Russia.
screens and shit that he has at the rallies that he's been using at the rallies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guarantee he plays that shit soon.
Yeah, and talking about taking money from Russia, why was the mayor of Moscow's wife giving you $3.5 million?
Yeah.
What did you do to get that?
Right.
Right.
Right on. Well said.
I personally liked my favorite moment that I saw. And like I said, I didn't see the whole thing, but I liked when Biden called Trump Abraham Lincoln. He got all confused.
Yeah.
And then he said Abraham Lincoln was racist.
Yeah. Then he
Good
called him
brother.
racist right there. Yeah. And I
Abraham
remember
Lincoln, the guy who freed the
back in his
slaves.
rebuttal. Trump came back in his rebuttal and says, I did not say I was Abraham Lincoln. I said I've done more for the black community since maybe before Abraham Lincoln. So keep your head out your ass kind of thing. It was great.
He was on some kind of drug. Like I think he takes Adderall, and then when he comes off of it, he gets back to his crazy self. And that's what happened tonight.
Right.
I think his drugs wore off. Yeah,
Yeah, they should have gave it to him like just before.
they did. He probably had time release.
Oh,
But
cool.
I'm just saying, he
Guess
lost.
what?
He
He
stumbled
takes some
a couple times.
suppository.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Oh wow, yeah, that's nice.
You know what that is?
3D graphics on top of a grinder.
I have to read this message, so if it kicks me out, I'll be right back.
Right, okay. We're counting on it. Watching. Is it reading the message? No,
What?
but there was a couple times where Biden was talking and just stopped. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Oh, it comes with a brush.
I was like, well, finish your idea, bud. Just stop talking. And
I
everybody's
like
just
how
expecting him to talk, and he's like, not saying nothing.
I like how he got into the conversation. He was talking about global warming, and then he went right into a childhood story. It's like, what? What? Like, you know how all the windmills they
Oh,
put
my
everywhere?
goodness.
I don't know about you, but all the windmills by us are all broke. So,
Yeah,
Well,
because they
windmills
require
they're very maintenance heavy. All the ones that they build in Cleveland, they've been nothing but trouble.
right.
Yeah.
You know, they have an engine on them to start
Mhm.
them up.
Yeah, and they're only like rated to run at the regular capacity for a couple hours a day.
Yeah,
They have to idle them.
they have to. Or the maintenance has to be done on every couple hours. In other words, they got to go up there and re-oil the bearing sets or some shit because they're so compressed. They can only run for a couple hours.
it like fits in this thing, see, like this. So,
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, so those are nice.
right, and then it comes with like a little brush.
Yep, that's free. Put that in your keep tray.
Yeah, I can't move that. Right there on the bottom, right? Yep.
Very, very bottom. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well, I was going to show you guys that damn post, but
Go ahead and
I
show
don't
it.
know that the fucking password is for this computer.
Oh boy.
That's your computer, isn't it?
No, it's not
Right?
my computer.
Oh
Nope.
shit! No, what are you eating?
I said nope. I'm not eating.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're taking a drink? No.
What did you guys have
No.
for dinner tonight? What did
Pizza.
Pizza. My kids had pizza, and I ordered a chicken parmesan meal.
Yum.
We had garden rice. I like to call it garden rice.
Garden
Chicken
Rock.
breast. Yeah, it's
I
chicken
was
breast,
gonna cook some
broccoli,
freaking
cheese.
Well, that sounds
food.
good, Wizard. I love chicken. I've been eating a lot of chicken lately.
I pretty much eat chicken mostly.
What kind of pizza do you like, Kay? Like, do you like just your regular cheese pepperoni?
That's gonna cause a dilemma. That's a fight.
She puts pineapple on her pizza.
Oh, yummy,
What's
yum,
that,
yum,
lazy?
yum, yum.
I love
That's
like
just wrong.
No, it's
No,
not.
there's only one pizza. There's only one pizza I really like pineapple on, and that's pineapple, Canadian bacon, and shrimp.
that and jalapenos or green chili. Oh,
You can
yeah.
do jalapenos on it too. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the absolute best thing to put on pizza.
Goat.
Oh, I have a freaking canoes. I need your email so I could send you. I found a really cool image. It's a patriotic goat.
Dude, that's
Oh,
like just
okay.
kind of that, like easy peasy.
I've been playing with this photo editor to make like thumbnails for
I got a new toy.
eventually do YouTube videos.
Michelle, just a tip: don't put seeds in there.
What?
Deseed the weed before you put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Otherwise,
don't
your
want to
stuff's
put
gonna
seeds in
taste like
there and
shit.
crush them up. It tastes nasty and make your weed taste strong.
Okay.
It will grind those. It'll grind them up too.
Another good pizza is, dude, California Kitchen's barbecue chicken pizza. That shit's so good.
I got news for you. California Pizza Kitchens is gonna probably most likely go out of business. I think.
Oh, that's okay. I know how to make the shit myself, but
Okay.
still.
They said the other day they were filing for bankruptcy. I think.
Oh.
Well, Pizza Hut does I like their deep dish pizza, and I get the meatballs, mushrooms, and bacon.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's badass. That's my favorite pizza from Pizza Hut.
Now, I got the pizza shop next door to my work. My favorite thing there, they do a white garlic sauce instead of regular sauce for pizza. I get that, and I get Italian sausage and onions. Oh, baby. Delicious.
All right.
I do Domino's. I do.
Really? Domino's, Kay? No way.
No, I said if I do Domino's,
Okay.
I get sun-dried tomato and spinach and chicken and red onion.
That sounds okay. But
You know, the only way that I like spinach is on a pizza. I can't eat it on its own. Ugh.
Hey,
On a
Snowball.
pizza, it's pretty good. With the snowball.
I love Hawaiian pizza. I have to have thin crust. Sorry.
I gotta have thick crust.
Onions, peppers, but no sausage.
I want the thick crust, and I want it all garlicky, buttery, and seasony all on the crust.
That sounds good, but I really want thin crust.
And it's got to have that really greasy bottom, hardened, fried on the bottom crust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's fried just right, and it's just crispy and just melts in your mouth, kind of.
Yeah.
And I eat pizza anyway.
How is Zoom doing? I see
Chicken
Zoom's in the chat.
Chicken wing pizza is really good. Have you ever tried that?
Have what?
Chicken wing pizza. It's where they take they put the blue cheese on the pizza.
Yeah, cheese and
they bake it.
Oh yeah, and they use the mozzarella and the provolone with the white sauce, and then the chicken and the bacon and the. Oh yeah.
Oh, Dawn says he likes stuffed crust. So when I do like homemade pizza, figured out a way to do stuffed crust and cheat at it. So I will get string cheese and split the string cheese in half and stuff it with that.
Strings, yep, and throw it on the crust.
Yeah, that would be good. My kids probably would like that.
Hell yeah, you know they do. You know what you do before you
really good pizza dough recipe.
Well, what you got? What I always want to. I always think about this. If I make one myself, I probably would just next time I make one, I'm probably just going to put a ring of sauce on there too, and then put the cheese on it and close it up.
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
The only issue with that is it might not stick together.
Well, you don't do the whole thing not to the edge,
Yeah, just make sure that
right? And you may have to fork
I've
it.
made that mistake.
Yeah, you may have to fork it, but it'd be worth it. Fork it, but it'd be worth it.
Oh shit.
Let me bring you. I'm just trying to roll one.
I need to share this link.
So tell
Yeah,
us
I wish he
something,
would
AZ.
apply
What's going on?
With how he spells booger.
Just hanging out, thinking about the debate.
Yeah. So what was your takeaway from the debate, bro?
As more of the hard drive information comes out, the more Biden will have to backpedal on all his bullshit he put out.
Yeah. Oh, so you lied at the. Oh, you didn't tell the truth. Oh, you.
Yeah, he lied. Like
Sounded.
I caught him 4 times at least.
Yeah. No. This would be public admission, a public face kind of ball face in your face fucking lies.
Well,
You know, towards the end of the debate, I was certain that Trump was going to nail him because it was like Trump was starting to set him up
He did.
in a prosecutorial way.
He did. He did.
But-
And that's what nobody's paid attention to. I was waiting for somebody to say something about that. Because he brought out all this shit and made him make a statement about it. Oh, it's just Russian disinformation. Really? It's Russian.
yeah, but that's when she silenced him, the moderator.
I think whoever he has advising him on how to handle the debates is probably a lawyer.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You know,
of course. Of course.
I hope he has a psychiatrist with him under suicide watch.
He's gonna have an aneurysm. Is what he's gonna have.
Oh, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Did you catch the news conference a little bit earlier about the partner of Hunter Biden?
No, on
Yes.
Fox News.
I caught that. I did catch that. Yes.
Now, what I heard,
I was the CEO of this company that was owned by Hunter Biden. That we used it. He used it to funnel money from the Chinese power company.
yes.
And I told him I wasn't going to put up with this. I want the proper paperwork filed on these transactions. And Hunter Biden told him to shut up, mind his place, or some shit like that. And he's out there. Here's my phones. Here's my laptop. I'm willing to testify anything. Exactly how it happened. And yes, there was expectations that Hunter Biden was talking to his dad, and his dad was involved, and the major portion of the money always went to him. Yeah, he's like, and I'm not taking any questions. See you later. He picked up his phones and walked out with the attorneys and disappeared into the door, you know.
No, I heard this morning.
Are you serious? Wow.
Or the night before that, Giuliani has about 100 people helping him go through that hard drive. I'm sorry, 200 people going through that hard drive.
And according to the fake news media, that are all people from Russia. Now, Russia's interfering with now Joe Biden and trying to help Trump.
Let them keep trying on that narrative.
Oh yeah, it's not going to work.
The thing is, if you're going to blame it on Russia, and everybody remembers all the other Russia allegations, when it gets blown out of the water that it's the Chinese, all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah.
Well, no offense. No one's going to want to watch knowing that Trump wins, no one's going to watch another 3.5 years of bogus false allegations. So that actually will help Trump, and people will decide, you know what, I am voting for Trump. Because
No.
they,
You know, I think
The
the
next
best
4
thing
years, they
that's
need
going
to
to
be
come out
rounded up
of
and put in Gitmo.
I think the best thing that's going to come out of this debate is in a couple of days, and probably even later today, you're going to start seeing all kinds of awesome memes and videos.
Dude, Trump put it out there tonight. Look, we've got the documents with 100% with your signature. We've got the emails, timestamped, verified. Otherwise, how can you say it's not an issue?
well, his campaigns, all right, now I've heard his campaign, Biden's campaign, has not even denounced anything, denied that it was even his laptop. So that's right there, by them not even saying anything, says it all right there, that it is his laptop and that are his emails, he is guilty.
His campaign went to the computer shop to try and get it. They're like, nope.
Well, there's actually 3 different things going on.
And it was some local computer shop, correct? Like some just local computer shop, right?
Well, that's
As far
the
as I
second
know.
thing.
That's what I can't understand. How stupid can you be to take it there, knowing that your dad's running for president?
No,
That's
it's not about
Biden,
that.
though.
Because the computer technician has some states that just like a doctor has to mandatory reporting. Okay, so if you run across certain information on a laptop or a computer or a hard drive,
why was it taken there anyway? The laptop
taken it there to get fixed or serviced or cleaned. He didn't pay for it and didn't pick it up.
How did Rudy Giuliani get a hold of it? People are speculating.
He turned it over to the FBI a year ago.
So it's been in custody for over a year ago.
But he made a copy of the drive before he did.
And he made a copy before.
4 copies.
Kept them for himself.
Correct, because it was his
Then all
property.
of a sudden it happens to be pop in the hands of Rudy Giuliani. Do you see where I'm going with this? What the people on the left are going to start saying? What Congress is going to start questioning?
But
I'm not doubting him, but I'm just saying.
Has nothing, at this point, it has nothing to do with anything else, except for Biden, Hunter, dropping his laptop off at the computer store, fucking up.
The left is trying to obfuscate this story. The timeline of how the hard drive got there. He made 4 copies of it, turned over the hard drive to the FBI, and then turned over a copy to Giuliani. I mean, that's all out there and documented, but the left
chain of custody
is trying to make it confusing.
Yep, they're trying to say it was Russia's disinformation in the first place, and they fell for it.
It's like the third part of the story is there's also 3 Chinese hard drives that Steve Bannon and his people got a hold of. And there's a whole, interlinked but different story about that.
Whatever happened to him, Bannon?
He went off the deep end.
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. He's been, since a year ago, him and his crew have been doing like a one-man war against communist China.
It's like he's windshield wiper. Like after he got taken down, Trump fired him or whatever. He hated Trump, and then all of a sudden now he's for Trump. So it's really confusing for me with him.
Well, Bannon is working with Giuliani.
Yeah.
There've been some photos put out lately of Bannon and Giuliani, and that Chinese virologist that they smuggled out of Hong Kong.
Bannon's definitely got bipolar, though. He's got some mental issues.
Bannon's problem is, and the reason Trump didn't like him, Bannon's got a bunch of dirt on a bunch of people.
Yep.
The only reason Bannon is anywhere. Okay? He was a dirt boy. Okay? And turned around, and Trump didn't like his way he did business. So he put him out the fucking door. Well, that's why you didn't hear the end of Bannon. He tried to go out on his own and do all that shit.
Well, they're working together now.
Yeah, I read an article.
He got no legs to stand on without Trump and his administration. So he's like, yeah, maybe I was a little overzealous and we can get some more work done together.
Yeah, I read an article last week on Zero Hedge about that Chinese virologist and the story and all the documentation that she has and everything. That's a huge fucking story.
Yeah. You're going to see what I keep hearing from these people is we're going to see the largest drop of scandalous information that the world has ever seen.
And some of it's going to make you sick to your stomach.
Yes.
Like this breaking, I guess they released some documents about Epstein's partner, what's her name, that was in custody.
Did you guys see the photo that
I
was
heard about that.
leaked off of the laptop?
What is that?
Did you guys see the photo that was supposedly leaked off of the laptop?
Off of Hunter Biden's?
Yeah.
No, what kind of photo?
It's a young girl, and it looks like she's tied up in the closet, like with her arms like tied up to a, like the rod in the closet.
Jesus, man.
Now on the Chinese hard drives, there's supposed to be video of Hunter Biden raping and torturing young Chinese girls.
This looks like a white girl.
You know, in order to deal with the Chinese, he had to allow them to make compromising videos about him.
Yeah, it's a honeypot.
Yeah, well, they need collateral, you know.
Yep.
It's the fraternal shit. Just like the DNC's been doing business. That's why they're all dirty, because they have to be to get in.
Well, that's classic Chinese intelligence operational shit. The way that
we don't talk to you, do you mess with this little girl?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the difference is it wasn't done covertly. In order to get in, you have to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have to have that hanging over your head. The story from Bannon, and it's either a Chinese, like Communist Party member who is like in the Chinese intelligence, or he's a billionaire or something like that. The story is that, and I've heard this for decades now, that there's a handful of Chinese families that actually control China. Like the wealthiest
the senior
family.
Politburo and the senior military guys.
No, it's like above the Communist Party. It's a generational thing that goes back hundreds of years. But they have all the wealth. But two guys from two of the families, and the Bidens had something to do with it. They were disappeared in China. The families believe that the Bidens had something to do with it in cooperation with the CCP. So these families released these hard drives to this Chinese intelligence officer or whatever, and he's working with Bannon. The first hard drive is supposed to be basically, well, hold it. What is the first hard drive? I forget what the first hard drive is. The second hard drive is supposed to be all the videos that they have on people who are compromised, which includes Hunter Biden. And the third hard drive is all the information about the CCP attempting to gain access and control of governments around the world, of which here Biden is the guy. But it probably has information on Hillary and everybody else, you know, John Kerry, all them. But the CCP, their man in the United States is Biden. They control him, so he can control the United States the way the CCP wants it controlled. And that's how they were going to take over globally.
And that's all contained in a file called the insurance policy.
Yes. So I'm waiting for all this shit to come out. It's going to be mind-blowing if it is true. and you are going to see these sons of bitches hang for treason if they're lucky.
If they make it that far.
I
what?
actually have images in my mind of what happened to Mussolini.
Right. Well, yeah, they put together hit squads and were killing all these people.
Come on.
And it wasn't the people going after them. It was their own people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eliminated them so they can't talk.
You know what my thinking is that, you know, and I knew this for the past 2 decades, that we were being taken over internally. Everyone was a part of it, from, you know, Bush to Clinton, back again to Bush, and then Obama. They're all a part of it. But if we have been infiltrated, if our government has been taken over to the point where, like, Hillary was going to be the closer in 2016, at what point can you wake up the American people to back President Trump in using the Insurrection Act to round these sons of bitches up? Because that's how deep the swamp is.
Yeah.
Everything is geared towards a Chinese takeover of the world. That is what globalism is.
Yeah.
And
There was a while back. There was a while back when Trump came up to the podium and says, "You guys are lucky I'm your president." And that's what he was talking about.
I mean, I always tell people to go back and listen to Trump's inauguration speech.
Yeah.
He declared that he was going to return the United States government back to the people of the United States.
That's right.
The Cyrus statement.
At one point when he said that, the color guard got up, marched in behind him, and stood there as he's declaring this. And then they marched back to their seats and sat down.
I questioned that. I was like, what are they like? I've never seen that happen before. So what did that mean?
He was sending a message to everybody that the bullshit is done.
Yeah, it was a declaration.
Yeah, because I saw him coming out. And I'm like, what are they doing? Then they they did it again. I'm like, what are they doing?
You have to watch it. It is so symbolic. And I lost track of how many times he invoked God during that address.
Oh.
I remember it started raining as soon as he took the podium, and like Franklin Graham said, the sign of rain is a blessing. Like, literally. Remember when before he took and was sworn in? Remember when Melania came down the stairs and Bill Clinton was looking at her like?
Yeah.
And then Hillary gave Bill Clinton that SOB look.
Yep.
Oh, I remember that. Like,
Yeah,
hey, you're still a dirty dog, Clinton, but see, you would never get somebody like Melania, ever. Think about the woman he's got to go to bed with every night. Seriously.
I don't think they sleep in the same bed.
I don't think they sleep in the same state.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, why do you think she went to New York and became, a senator in New York? It was to get away from him.
Well, I don't know if it was to get away from her. If I would see any of the flaws, I would point more towards her. She would drive anybody fucking crazy. Like, literally. Not saying he's no peach, but seriously.
The way I heard it back in the 90s was, and I believe it to be true, Clinton was always, Bill Clinton was always flitting around the world doing statesman things. And the word is that Hillary was running the, things domestically.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
And if you just go back and look what he did, he was always like traveling around the world.
Obama?
No.
Hillary.
So essentially, Hillary Clinton was president for 8 years.
Yeah. I said that to my husband too.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she wears the pants.
Hey, Kay, welcome back.
You know what? I think Nancy Pelosi really thinks that Biden's going to win. She's going to get rid of Kamala and Biden, and she'll become president. I think that's her, like, what she thinks about when she wakes up and when she goes to bed. She's got such an evil spirit. Like, the more I listen to her, I'm like, she really is the devil, or the devil's in her.
Yep.
Like, she's a snake.
They're demon-possessed people. They're not humans.
Yeah, I look at all of them that way.
I think people just got an evil spirit on them.
I think something possessed her dentures.
Yeah, something's
like they just move on their own.
Well, look, there's a couple things. There's a bunch of them that ain't human, guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious about this. I'm not hyperbole, not in perspective. I'm saying literally, there are a few of these people that ain't human. They're not human. Okay, they're not like you and me. They don't think or exist on the same playing field. Okay. So
this whole impeachment thing, I don't think she's thinking of Trump. I think it's a set plan for Biden.
I think, like both Hillary, Biden, and Camilla each have like their ultimate goal, but I think they work together out of convenience. But the situation will dictate how it plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here you go, Den of Vipers.
She made it again that this is a Harrison
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think they would each burn each other if given the opportunity.
Oh yeah, they would. They'd throw one under the bus or the other just if it was a politically, it meant they get their power.
I keep saying, remember, folks, she ran for president twice. This is Biden's third time. Now, when Kamala Harris was running, she didn't even get to the 3% margin the first time. The second time, she just got to that 3%. So the American people don't like Kamala. They don't want her as president.
Yeah,
so,
the only reason she's on the ticket is because she's, brown. It's the only reason.
Well, exactly right. But there's this plan, and I don't even think even Biden's aware of it because he's physically and mentally not there, that they literally, it is a Harris administration.
Yes.
And Nancy Pelosi could have the power to get rid of her, and she could become president.
If you listen to the vice presidential debate, Camilla was running for president.
Yep.
I always said the Pope's visit when under Obama administration, when he came to America, was for a reason. And
I saw a really interesting video earlier today. There was a football game somewhere that was being televised, an NFL game. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know sports that well, but there's one of the commentators on the air was a football player, and the other one was this guy named Joe Buck, who's like the biggest lib turd in professional sport, broadcasting. And both these guys started going off because it was either the Air Force or the Navy was doing a plane flyover of the stadium, and they were whining about, oh, look, there's your tax dollars at work. What a waste of money. All that jet fuel getting burned up for nothing. There's only 300 people watching the game. And they're like, this kind of shit won't happen under a Kamala presidency. They just flat out said it.
Wow. Unbelievable. I got in this argument with somebody on Facebook, and they were trying to justify why they were kneeling and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, it's no disrespect towards the veterans and the men who died. I'm like, it's exactly what it is. There's totally disrespect towards the men and women who died and gave their life for your freedom, for you to be able to stand right here and have a conversation with me on Facebook. Those are the exact freedom and rights that they fought for, But But it doesn't matter. No matter what you tell them, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah,
They use it. It's so disgusting. Like, and I've heard that the NFL ratings have been down since they even began this shit. So nobody really is really watching it unless it's your diehard fans. Like, you know.
For the owners, it's a write-off, though.
Right. And it's sad because some of these NFL owners, like the Dallas owner, was good friends with President Trump. And it's like, I can't believe they allowed it. And here's the thing: these football players, when they say they're suppressed or they're feeling for the people, like, well, if you really did, then why don't you go to inner cities and protest against black on black crime? Help these young kids who are thinking about joining gangs and help them turn their life around. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do that. It's to defund, defleet, and get rid of the police, just like Black Lives Matter.
Well, I heard some disgusting news yesterday about Black Lives Matter. They've been officially sponsored and endorsed by Sony.
Yeah.
So Sony is now funding BLM, and they've even released a software update for their PlayStation, whatever their latest system is, where you can have like a background on your screen with the Black Lives Matter fist and everything. I'm like, oh my God.
My kid just asked for the new PS5.
Tell them to go with Xbox.
Yeah, right.
But that's Microsoft and Bill Gates, so fuck them both.
I know. Oh, Mom, really?
That's okay. My nephew is now asking his mother, my sister, for a full rig streaming setup so he can stream YouTube videos.
Oh yeah.
He's only 8 years old, and he wants to like stream like himself playing Minecraft and shit. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes, my son. That is exactly what my son wanted to do. Like, he was always asking about that shit, and it started at like 7.
I told my son, who's 17
Bringing
years
up
old,
the
I
whole
said,
wanting to stream.
you better think of something to do. I said, you like playing video games and talking to your friends. Why don't you just do like a Twitch channel or something? You know what I mean? Like, because I said, as soon as you graduate,
you have to watch it though, because
job.
I mean, so many people like seriously. I don't know. I don't trust it.
Yeah, she came to me at work yesterday, and she's like, could you build me a gaming computer? I'm like, you don't game. And she's like, no, it's for Toby. I'm like, he's 8 years old. He doesn't need a gaming computer.
I don't even game, and I want a gaming computer just for purpose because it's got a big
hard
drive.
I'm telling her exactly like what he would need in order to do what he wants to do. It's going to be, thousands of dollars, and she ain't got that.
Yeah.
Like, tell the kid, think of something else.
What they need is a trade.
Well, if Boy Scouts weren't so fucking libtarded soyified,
don't even
I'd get him involved with Scouts, but
I'm pretty sure Girl Scouts is more Boy Scouts than Boy Scouts is these days.
What was wrong is now what was wrong, wrong is now made right, and it's just.
I did see in the news yesterday that the first Girl Scout finally earned her Eagle Scout rank in the Boy Scouts. Okay.
Yeah, spread eagle sprouts.
Jesus.
I heard the.
And if we're to speak out against parents who decide to give their children these transgender drugs at the age of 5, and even do sex. What do you call it? They do this transformation between sex and surgery or whatever. They cut parts off, whatever. Yeah. Even plastic surgery, right? Yes, and young as age as 5, these plastic surgeons will do it, right? And yet,
I think they should cut their heads off. If
I say that's child abuse and that these parents should be locked up, I'm the racist.
Yes.
Now I'm a transphobic now. Now I'm a homophobic now and a transphobic because I speak against that. It's just like the SB 145 bill. That really does exist. Governor Newsom signed this bill. Kamala Harris even backed it up and agreed with it, where the LGBTQ felt insulted because if a grown man, let's say 25 years old, wants to have sex with a 15-year-old boy who doesn't know if he's gay or not, he feels that it's okay for that grown man to have sex with that 15-year-old and not be labeled a pedophile.
Well, then I think I should be able to shoot him and not be a murderer.
There you go. That's right.
But yep, that's normal in California. Even the superintendent in California, I don't know what school, she was saying that it's normal for these grown men or grown women to have sex with children because love is love after all.
You know, we first heard about that in the 90s.
Sick fucking world, dude.
Now
LGBTQ.
Yeah, NAMBLA.
Hey,
NAMBLA.
Tanya. What's up?
Go ahead, AZ.
Hey, Tanya.
What were you saying, AZ?
Well, I first learned about that in the 90s of the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and do you remember there was that episode of South Park that they did about NAMBLA?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, God, it was hilarious. They had a dueling convention. There was two NAMBLAs that showed up to a convention. One was the National American Man-Boy Love Association, and the other one was the National Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes. It was fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
Hey, Tanya, I just wanted to tell you, you ended your show about the same time the debate ended. If you'd have hung on 15 minutes more, you'd have seen a wave of people come to your show after the debates was over.
And you got to text me every time because I literally will end my stream to hop over on your streams. So I don't get notified for nobody no more. YouTube does not notify me. Even
She's on. It's Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twitch.
Well, see, I don't get no notifications for any social media.
There's a lot of people that don't get notified.
And I leave Twitch open on my computer,
Yeah.
so
It's just them fucking with us.
just like Discord now, I leave open.
Tanya, come up on video. We need some spicy Tanya.
Yeah, come up on the show. Absolutely.
Post-debate comedy.
Come on up.
Yeah, I think Trump definitely won. I liked how he handled himself. Again, the moderator, this one cut President Trump off, not once, but 18 times.
Yeah.
Right. And then gave the floor back to Biden to respond.
And I think there was only 20 questions answered, so that's pretty much the whole time. And yeah, literally they gave Biden extra, and I counted it 45 seconds extra to yeah. But yeah, he definitely lied. I like it how he came back to camera and he tried correcting President Trump. Oh, I've never said that about black. What did he say? Black criminals or something. But yeah, he did. He called them super predators.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine Trump will be playing that on one of those screens here soon.
Oh, and by the way, Criminal Reform Act bill, by the way, Biden said that was Obama's doing, and that was just Trump that signed it. Yeah, okay. Okay, Biden. Then why didn't Barack Obama do anything for his south side of Chicago where he grew up? You know, when he made his final goodbye speech when he won the primary election in Chicago, he never looked back. He never even went back there. Not once did he help the state of Illinois, even when he was senator.
You know, the Obama administration was one of the most secretive administrations we've had.
I agree.
There were more journalists who were prosecuted under Obama than any other in recent history.
And no one talks about that.
Yeah, they don't talk about the $2 billion estate he built in Hawaii either.
He totally abused the Patriot Act.
Martha's Vineyard too, right?
Yep.
You know, the whole...
he still lives in Washington now too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But they had the whole scandal with the IRS and right-leaning groups.
Mm-hmm.
not giving them the nonprofit status. I mean, there's a whole list of things that occurred during the Obama administration.
The weaponization of the IRS on patriot groups and stuff. Yeah.
What year was it when he went
Fast
to
and
that baseball
Furious.
game with Castro? Remember they were doing the baseball wave? Do you remember? I think that was during his second term, right? When him and Castro went to the ball game?
I've forgotten all about that.
Term, they normalized relations with Cuba, or tried to.
Mm-hmm.
Tow trucks like second round of popcorn.
You know, I mean, it's the way. It's like the whole background of the Obama administration just shows me that they almost had complete control of the United States.
It's going to be a scary election.
Well, they just treated everything like it was normalized, like they slid in the whole gender thing.
Yep.
I think all the liberal activist judges that got appointed during his administration.
Yes. So it's
that are
like they
fucking everything up.
They almost had it in the bag, and Hillary was supposed to be the closer.
Yep. She was the one that was going to put in all these different people, fill these seats with activists, and change the law by changing the fucking judges.
And I remember Hillary, she started even wearing Chinese dresses.
Yeah, those mouse suits.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think she was signaling to her handlers that everything's good between us.
Right. Well, not anymore.
Damn it, I'm pissed.
Well, I remember reading a book back in the mid 90s, maybe late 90s. It was written by an FBI agent.
Ted Gunderson?
No, his name was Gary Aldrich.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the book was called Inside the Clinton White House, or something to that effect. And it wasn't any like groundbreaking, huge scandalous shit, but just all the weird fucking bizarre shit that went on there. Mm-hmm. All the people, because this guy, his job in the FBI, there's a small FBI office in the White House, and his job was to manage all the passes into the building, like for people with security clearances. And like they're talking about the people that he was interviewing, just all the drugs they were on, and their strange behavior, and how Hillary Clinton sponsored the national Christmas tree inside the White House one year. And they offered a bunch of, they basically said, they asked artists all over the country to design Christmas ornaments and send them in so we can hang them on our tree. And people were sending in like sex toys and shit. So they were hanging fucking dildos and vibrators on the White House Christmas tree. And they thought it was cool.
Wow.
Yeah, there were a lot of stories that came out of the Clinton White House.
And how she treated her Secret Service detail, they hated her guts.
Well, the standing rule is that none of the staff were allowed to look at Hillary in the eyes.
Yep.
They weren't allowed to talk to, only certain people were allowed to talk to her.
And she would blow up verbally at them if they, broke that protocol.
Yep. And around the same time, the story came out about Barbra Streisand was the same way. She'd lose it if people looked her right in the eye. I don't know. Those people are fucked up.
To say the least. Yeah, no, it's all coming to an end now.
What's that?
All this shit's coming to an end.
And I
Yeah.
hope so.
It's not going to be this way much longer. We got some shit to go through because they're not going to give up what little power they got left. They're not going to give it up easily.
My worst case scenario is bad shit's gonna happen.
Not for long.
Well, my point is, I'm just not candy coating it that everything's gonna be rainbows and unicorns next
Oh,
week.
hell no. No, I'm not intending that either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It won't last long. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be a lot of people get killed. On both sides. But not like some kind of crazy million something like that. Well, mostly New York's going to be vacated, but they're going to nuke it.
Yeah. I've seen some video from New York that I didn't even know it existed. I mean, it was, like tenement buildings
Uh-huh.
on each side of the street, with fire escape ladders and shit.
Yeah.
And well, it's being filmed from up there, like 3 stories up, but it is like, it's not a march. It's not a rally. It is just mayhem in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I think I bookmarked it somewhere, but it wasn't
like a scene out of Escape from New York.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Yeah,
it was
like
bizarre.
A scene out. They could have filmed Escape from New York on that street.
But there's like no context to it. But it wasn't BLM and it wasn't Antifa. It was just people going nuts.
Friggin' zombies.
I mean, it's like there were like hundreds of people on the street. And at the same time, there were like dozens of fights going on. There were dozens of assaults going on. I mean, it was just mayhem. Mayhem. I don't even know what the fuck it was about. It was just absolute mayhem. It's like, holy shit. I'm glad I don't live in a city.
So Chuck says Biden had his teleprompter at contacts in tonight.
I thought I saw Biden's adrenochrome wearing off about halfway through.
Yeah, you could tell his skin got a little bit paler. He kind of looks like he's lost a lot of weight in the last couple of weeks. Like he's wasting away in the dark in his basement.
Yeah.
One of the things that came
I like how
across,
Trump brought that up.
one of the things I came across is that if Joe Biden steps down or is removed, the DNC can replace him with anybody.
Yep.
How well that would go over, I don't know, but.
And that's how Hillary ends up running for president.
You've heard that too, right?
I've been telling you guys that for 2 years.
Or Big Mike.
Yeah, it's all a chess game.
I don't know how it's going to happen or what it's going to look like, but Hillary's going to end up on the fucking ticket. I told you that 2 years ago. I've been telling you guys that for 2 years. Try to get it out there.
I told you guys all 2 years ago that I would not tolerate Hillary Clinton sitting in the Oval Office.
Right. That would be the death of us all, my brother. Bye.
I'd like a back channel into the text messages between Hillary, Pelosi, Camilla, and Schumer.
There you go. Now it's out.
No, that's the sound of Hillary chewing carpet.
Yeah.
No, that's the sound of any guy who's unfortunately picked a servicer for the month.
Right.
Oh man.
I'm gonna crash here in a
Is
couple
it
minutes.
showing all the chats from the YouTube in the StreamYard for you guys or no?
No,
Yeah.
mine's frozen, but mine did it when I live streamed today too.
Hmm.
I'm wide awake though. For those who are going
Yeah.
to bed, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna jump back in the
I'm
chat.
probably gonna be up for a little bit.
AZ, it was nice talking to you. Always a pleasure.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yeah, I'm glad we hung out, man. Good to see you again. Have you a
Yeah,
bunch.
it is good. I'm glad that we can have these conversations. And I know sometimes we all don't, always agree on stuff, but this just goes to prove to the people who hate Trump and hate us even more that we're not what you were taught or what you thought.
Right. There's a couple of people watching right now that aren't chatting that I know that are watching. Some friends of mine, trying to get them involved, but they're not doing it.
That's okay. It's all right. They can watch.
Right.
Because they're going to be like, yeah, we talk about that shit too. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. It always comes out here. And here, it always comes out. So.
Anyway, I'm going to jump out. I'll talk to y'all later.
Well, God bless you, AZ.
Catch you later.
Night,
man.
AZ.
Dream well.
Have a wonderful morning.
You too.
Dream well, Patriot.
Talk to you.
I'll get that video uploaded at some point, probably this evening. I don't know.
All right, we'll bring a link tomorrow night.
We'll do.
All right. I'm going to head out too, man. You want to close the door, Canoes?
I can.
Unless
wait. I have to go on to the admin account before you log off.
Oh, okay. You want to keep it going?
Oh, it's up to Kay. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to bed, but if there's nobody in the chat, I'm not going to be talking to myself.
Right.
I don't know. Do you want to switch over to your channel or whatever, or it don't matter to me?
We can switch to your channel too, so it don't matter to me.
Yeah, we can do that. It don't matter.
All right. So I guess bye
start.
everybody, and we'll go over to Kay's channel. I guess. Don't matter.
Yeah,
to
that
me.
works.
All right, cool.
Cool. Maybe I'll actually be able to use one of these stupid thumbnails I've been working on.
Is it going to be on YouTube?
Huh?
YouTube or Twitch or what?
YouTube.
Okay.
You got a link?
Well, I got to make the damn show first.
Well, you got a page link where it shows you live.
Yeah. Show your channel. Shit. That's what you do. Share your channel link.
Hold on.
Well, aren't you subscribed to
shit. Why you guys got to make things all complicated?
Yeah, Wizard, you're laughing at her. Stop laughing at her. You're picking on her.
Oh, you don't remember? She used to be the link queen.
I know.
She was the link queen, and now she's searching.
Now you're offending me by laughing at her. I'm gonna go home now and cry.
You girls figure it out.
I need coloring books and puppies. Damn it!
Me and Wiz are hitting the sack.
You know it.
Okay. Did you post your channel yet?
I gotta get my damn channel. Hold on. And screw you, AZ. I don't need fucking training wheels, you dick.
So
I'm afraid if I go over to the YouTube, it's gonna knock me off of this damn thing. Hold on. Well, if it does, I'll just post it. Oh, look. Did Toe just post it? Is that my channel? Uh-oh.
What's that?
It looks like Toe just posted a link. I don't know if that's the link to my
I
channel.
got it. Yep. Okay. He did it.
All right. I'm gonna get out of here and log into my thing. So
Okie dokie. Bye, guys.
Dream well,
night,
Patriot.
guys.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Canoes, man. Thanks for everything, man.
You got it.
See you in a minute.
Rock
Good night,
and roll.
tow truck. Good night, AZ. Good night, Zoombait. Tanya, anybody else lurking? We'll catch you on the flip side.